Hey, Lovebug, if you happen to be new here, my name is Maryssayvon. My channel is all about being the intersection between faith, fashion, and fragrance. So if that is your vibe, consider joining the Lovebug tribe. Hopping into today's video, we are finally doing our July empties. I know I'm a little late, y'all. It's been a lot going on, okay? It's been a lot going on. But we do have our July empties. So we're just going to go ahead and get into it. So if you want to see what I empty, go ahead, grab your snacky snack, sit back, relax, and let's hop right into the video. So first up, I finished this St. Ives Oatmeal and Shea Butter body wash. I did like this. I think I got this from Walmart. I did actually like it. I loved how it lathered. The scent was like mild, so it was just very warm and cozy, something that I do enjoy. I do prefer something a little bit more moisturizing, but for the price, I do think this was a really good body wash, so I could see myself repurchasing. I finished the Tree Hut Sweet Cream Body Butter, and she is done. I don't see myself repurchasing this. I am not in love with the way that it smells, and I just don't find Tree Hut body butters to be as nourishing as I would like. I'm a dry skin girly, so to me, I like for my things to have that strong moisture, and I just wouldn't say that she has that, so I don't necessarily see myself repurchasing this one. I finished a fragrance-free flushable Good Wipes. These are always a repurchase. Love, love, love. These are in extra large, which is always good for us girlies that have nails, okay? So love her, will always be purchased. Oh, found another one, another Good Wipes, fragrance-free. I finished, from what I can see so far, 2 of the Dove Original White Bars, always a repurchase for me. I finished a Bath & Body Works Warm Musk in the body wash. I liked her, but was not in love with her for like a daily shower. I just realized that like Bath & Body Works shower gels, they're all right, but they're not something I have to have. So I do just prefer a lot of just the ones that you can get from like Walmart or something. And this one just was okay. Here's another Dove White Bar. I finished the Nivea Essentially Enriched Lotion. This is my favorite. It has to have the one that says rich on the back. This one is dry skin approved. To me, it smells like adult baby lotion. I love this stuff. I have not repurchased just because I feel like I have a lot of moisturizers to get through, but she will be a repurchase. This was a repurchase. I love this. This is my favorite lotion of life, especially for me as a dry skin girly. It's dry skin approved to me, and it's sensitive skin approved, and it's that type of moisture that will hold you through, but it has to be the rich formulation. Love, 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 love. This will always repurchase, but I'm going to hold off until I get through some of the other moisturizers that I have in my collection. I finished the EOS Fresh and Cozy Body Lotion. I do enjoy her, and to me, she is a good formulation. I wouldn't say she's the best or most moisturizing lotion in the world, but she's also not the worst. I enjoy the scent. I do really, really enjoy the scent, and I think it is a very neutral scent. I am not opposed to repurchasing because this was indeed a repurchase. I think I would try. I think they finally have rolled out the body butter, so if I would repurchase, I probably would get the body butter over this specific formulation. But this is a really, really good one, and this is actually my favorite from the EOS line other than the fragrance free, so this is really good. I finished a Jergens Ultra Healing Lotion. This is in the travel size. This was just like my hand lotion that I kept in my purse, so it would just kind of be the thing that I kept going around with me after I washed my hands, to just re-moisturize my hands throughout the day. So I definitely would repurchase. I have another hand cream that I'm actually working through, so I'm going to finish her up before I repurchase, but she will always be a repurchase, especially because she's a neutral scent, so it doesn't clash with any of your fragrance combos. So love, 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 love this. Another Good Wipes, love that. I finished a Blossom Essentials. This is a body wash. I got her from TJ Maxx. Can't see the price anymore, but I believe she was like $5.99 or something like that. She was okay. She was okay. I did like the lather, and the scent was very neutral. I just felt like it wasn't anything that necessarily wowed me. If I see her again, I might repurchase, but she wasn't like, oh, the best body wash I ever had in my life. And for the fact that you're paying like $6-7 or whatever the price was, but it's only an 8 fluid ounce, I'm like, I can get more body wash for around the same price, which is probably why I would not rush. But it is decent, so if you do see her, I do think that you may enjoy her. But for the price, though the price is good, it's like I want more product than that, if I'm being honest. But I could see myself repurchasing because she was not terrible. I finished the Wrapped in Vanilla. It has soft vanilla, velvet sugar, and chantilly cream. This was in the body wash. This was okay, but once again, that Bath and Body Works shower gel, it's just no longer a need for me in my collection. And I had already stopped buying some more, but when I saw these, I was like, oh, I was in need of body wash and I was already in the store, so let me just go ahead and get it. But this is not my go-to body wash formulation. Now, I will say I do prefer Bath and Body Works moisturizing body washes. I prefer that formulation the most. So this just was not a need for me, and I don't think it's even available anymore, so I couldn't purchase if I wanted to, but I don't see myself even wanting to. Okay, I think most of what's left is fragrance related, so let's go ahead and get into it. I finished the Mimic 71 in the hair and body oil. This is, I believe, inspired by Barbados G Water. It is a blend of citrus, water, wood. If I see this again, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I find that I have so many body oils. Like, I love body oils, and I am a dry skin girly, so I do like to have body oils in my routine and in my collection. But I realized that I had too many, and so as much as I do enjoy Mimic body oils, I do think I'm going to cut back on purchasing any of them, just because I have so many oils. So this one is good and it's very neutral, so I would say if you are looking for a just neutral oil, this would definitely be the way to go, because it can go with a little bit of everything, especially it is summer approved. So it will go great with your florals, with your fruities, with your fresh and cleans. Like, it will go really good with that. So if I were to repurchase, it probably would be this one because it's so neutral. I finished Sweet Cuddles by Enchanted Essentials. Enchanted Essentials is a woman-owned, black woman-owned business body care fragrance company, and this was the body mist that was inspired by Escapade Gourmand. Loved her. Had her on my July tray, which was green, and she is so good. I'm kind of sad to see her go. I can see myself repurchasing. I'm not sure if I want to stick with the body mist or if I want to try her EDP in this fragrance. I'm not sure, but this was really good. It was so good, and I actually am sad to see her go, but I can definitely see myself repurchasing. Oh, that was so good. I finished the Mix Bar, I don't know if you can see, but Vanilla Bourbon Perfume Roll-On. I don't foresee myself repurchasing this. It just was not a love for me anymore. I feel like Vanilla Bourbon, I really enjoyed when I first got it, and then kind of fell out of love with her, and then she just kind of sat, and so I just went ahead to use her up, but she was not really a love for me anymore, so I don't see myself repurchasing that one. I finished some oils from Oma's Cosmetics. So these are her body oils. Oma's Cosmetics is a black Nigerian woman-owned business where she specializes in oils, so she does body oils and perfume oils. This was fruit medley, I believe, an original blend, but kind of think like a mixed fruit, but like fresh fruit salad type of fragrance. And then you had Juicy Pear, which is legit just a juicy pear. I believe both of these were original fragrances. I can definitely see me repurchasing from her, but the only thing is I feel like I have so many oils that I just don't know if I need them right now. But if I do repurchase, these are her sample sizes. I probably would just repurchase these and not just get a big size bottle, because I feel like I don't need that much oil. But I really do enjoy these. And these are hands down probably my favorite oil formulations of life. So really love her. So we have a few fragrance pins. So I have Infinite Radiance, which is inspired by Valaya from Bath and Body Works. Enjoy her. I don't see myself purchasing the fragrance of this, but I do have the fragrance mist, so I'm not completely out of this fragrance profile in my collection. Aqua di Gioia from Giorgio Armani. This was the last that I had of this, so I am completely out of this in my collection. Now I do have Bath and Body Works take on this, but I am fully done with the original. Kind of sad to see her go, but I can see myself repurchasing. I just don't know when, because I feel like I have an extensive collection, as you can see behind me. So I do feel like there's some other things I need to get through, but I do love her. I have Be Delicious from DKNY, just a fruity apple fragrance. This was the EDP formulation, and I am sad to see her go because she is so beautiful. I might repurchase, because I typically can find these at like a Burlington or a Ross for a really good price. So I possibly would repurchase because she really is good, but just not right now. And then we have Daisy Wild from Marc Jacobs. This is kind of like that banana fragrance. I don't see myself upgrading to a full size or repurchasing a travel size. Honestly, and I don't know if this is going to make any sense, this smells like my sister. And sometimes, like, when I have fragrances that remind me of other people, especially when they remind me of you while I'm wearing them. I just can't wear them. I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody else, but I like to leave fragrances for other people, and this smells like something my sister wears, so it just does not feel like the fragrance for me, so I am going to part ways with these. Oh, we had another from Oma's Cosmetics. This was Pink Raspberry Prosecco, just a fruity kind of champagne sparkly type of oil. This was really good. I have some like samples. So first up we have two from Clean Reserve, their H2O collection, and we have Nectarine Petal and Water Lotus. I have had multiple of these on different trays and in different empties. I do not see myself purchasing anything from this collection as a whole. They use a water-based technology, which is actually really cool and great for people that may have sensitive skin and things of that sort, but I just find that I smell like the water more than the fragrance itself, and so it doesn't really do anything for me, so parting way with these. I have three from Dirty Soul Soap. So we have Pear Creme Brulee. This was inspired by Bath and Body Works fragrance. Did not love her, so that's a no from me. Extravaganza, which is inspired by Donna Born Aroma Green Extravaganza, also did not love her. And then we had Freshly Picked Blueberries. This smelled very masculine, so all of these were actually a no. Did not love any of these, so I would not upgrade any of these. We have a sample size of Imagine a Symphony from Genre Perfumes, Black man owned fragrance company based out of Louisiana, and this was a blend from a Louis Vuitton fragrance, which was Imagination and Symphony. He did a blend of those two fragrances. I liked this, but it was not a love for me, so it's not at the top of my list for something I just have to repurchase. So I do think I will be one and done when it comes to this one. So we do have some travel empties from Heaven Sent by Shannon, woman-owned fragrance care company, and we have Blueberry Parfait. This smells literally just like blueberry yogurt. If you like that, then you'll enjoy this. I think this is very realistic, but this was just like too sweet and too gourmand for me, so I would not repurchase that one. We have Valaya, which is inspired by Perfumes de Marly Valaya. She no longer offers this, so I couldn't upgrade even if I wanted to, but this was so beautiful. I would, if it was an option, I do think I would repurchase, but it's no longer an option. Then we have Happy Princess, which is a blend of I don't need a prince by my side to be a princess, and Happy does. This is actually very beautiful. Would I repurchase? I'm not sure. I do love this, but I do wonder, because I have other inspirations, if I can blend them together to give me this, and not need to repurchase right now. But this is a beautiful take on the fragrance. And then we had Nectar of the Gods. This was just a very peach fragrance, but this was very like smoky. There was something very smoky and incensey about this fragrance that I did not love. It was just not a sweet, juicy peach. So those are all of the things that I emptied out from Heaven Sent by Shannon. Okay, I emptied out some perfume oils. So first up, we have Cucumber Melon. This was one that I get from like the hair store. Don't see myself repurchasing. Was not a love for me, so I think I'm okay with being one and done. I finished out a brown sugar, another one that I can just get from the hair store. Something about this smells very orange. Like when I first got it, it was just like brown, sugary, and sweet, and it was good. And then the more that it sat, something about it turned orange. And I find that in some of my other fragrances as well. I found fragrances that do that, and I don't know what it is about that. I don't like that, so I don't see myself repurchasing this one. I finished out Heaven Sent Collection Herba's, their version of Herba Pura. This is really good. I could see myself repurchasing because I do still have Mediterranean Mirage in the fragrance mint from Bath and Body Works, which is also inspired by Herba Pura. So I possibly could, but I do want to get through a lot more of those perfume oils before I start repurchasing any. But I could possibly see myself repurchasing this one. And then we finished Zara's Couture Juicy Strawberry. Zara's Couture is a Black woman owned like fragrance and body care company. I don't see myself necessarily purchasing this one because it is kind of that artificial strawberry, and though I don't completely dislike it, it's not something I have to have, so I'm okay with parting ways with this one. I finished a little mini of Vanilla Skin from Fleur. This is the EDP formulation. This is very beautiful, but I feel like I have things in my collection that already have this, and Vanilla Skin in the fragrance mist kind of already has that kind of take on it. And then I have Warm Musk from Bath and Body Works. So I feel like I have a few things that kind of give me this, so I don't necessarily see the need to repurchase or upgrade at this time. We'll see what the future holds, but as of right now, I don't need to upgrade. Okay, so we are going to get into the full bottles of fragrances that I emptied this month, for the month of July. And y'all, I think this is my best one yet. So first up, we have DKNY Be Delicious. This is the big one, but this is in the EDT formulation. I feel like it is just slightly lighter than the EDP formulation, which is to be expected, but I don't feel like it was drastically different from that smell. I got this from Brotherton, so I can definitely see myself repurchasing, but I wouldn't say it's a need right now. But this was really good, so I finished her up. I finished two from Solely Notes. So we have matcha and we have vanille. So vanille is just a straightforward vanilla. It's not complex. It don't really have nothing added to it. It's not sweet, it's not sugary, it's not boozy, it's not nothing. It's just a straight vanilla. I wouldn't necessarily say like vanilla flavoring per se, but it's just a straight vanilla, no complexity to it. If you like what some people will consider a very basic vanilla, then I can definitely see you enjoying this one. I don't think I would repurchase. I think that she's very affordable. I think she's like $25 and you can get her at like I got her from JCPenney. I got her from TJ Maxx in a set, but you can find her oftentimes at JCPenney's and sometimes at CVS. So I don't see myself repurchasing because I do like my vanillas to have a little something extra, so I don't see myself repurchasing this one. And then we have matcha. This was just a very green take on matcha, so like a fresh green take. I don't see myself repurchasing this one either. I got her from, I believe, CVS, but she was just a need for me. But the thing about Solely Notes is they are like designed to be for layering, so if you love layering and you want something very affordable, then these are great options. I finished Wave by Hollister. This was kind of fruity and fresh, kind of clean type of fragrance, just an easy reach. This was a little baby one. I got this from either TJ Maxx or Marshall's. I possibly would repurchase, but it's not something I have to have in my collection. I feel like I have things that can give me that fresh and clean vibe. So maybe if the price is right, I mean, it wasn't extremely expensive, but she's not something I have to have in my collection. We have Away from Abercrombie and Fitch. To me, this is most reminiscent of In the Stars by Bath and Body Works. So if you like that fragrance, I think that you'll like this. Or if you like Born Dreamer from Charli D'Amelio, I think that you'll like this. I just don't feel the need. I feel like she performs just like In the Stars, and sometimes In the Stars can perform better. So I think just using my fragrance mist of that will do me good. But this was great to have in my collection, and I love just, you know, how you just lock it and unlock it. It's so pretty. But if you can see her, I normally find her at TJ Maxx and Marshall's. I've seen her in the store, so if you're looking for something like that, then she's a great option. I finished Skin by Clean Reserve. This is one of my favorite fragrances. Now, the thing about this, though, is Clean is a clean brand, so you do kind of have to use them quickly. And I did notice that she was changing, so I did kind of have to hurry through her. But she is so pretty. I still have a travel size, and I think moving forward, I probably would just continue to just keep a travel size because I don't necessarily want to be without this fragrance profile, but I don't know if I need a big bottle when I have such a kind of like extensive collection. But she is so good. She is my favorite. I love her. But if I do repurchase, it would have to be this small bottle. But I do think I want to get my collection down a little bit more before I upgrade her or keep a larger size of her in my collection. But I do love her. And we have 3 from Le Monde Gourmand. So we have just the kiwi. So this was just a fresh, fruity take on a fragrance. Just light and airy. I got this from Marshall's for $14.99. Really did enjoy her, but I wouldn't say she's a have-to-have in my collection, so I'm okay with being one and done. I finished Tay Matcha, so this was... I misspoke. This was the one that was more green and fresh version of a matcha. The matcha from Solely Notes was actually more of like a lactonic type of milky matcha. I'm sorry, I did misspeak, but this is more of the green fresh. So if you're looking for something that's just more light and airy, then you can kind of get her. I got her in like a trio set, but she's not something I have to have in my collection, so I'm okay with being one and done. And then we have La Vie Positano. This is just a fresh, salty, clean, sweet type of fragrance. This is just like your skin but better, just fresh and airy. Does perfect in the hot weather, and I've already repurchased. I got this original one from Marshall's for $12.99. I picked her up again from TJ Maxx, and I think I paid $14.99. The price did increase, but to me she is worth it. She is perfect for hot weather, so I love her. She's already been repurchased. And then we have 3 from Mix Bar. So first up, we finished Vanilla Bourbon. Once again, like I said, she was a love when I first got her, but I no longer really love her, so I don't see myself repurchasing. And she changed so much. She was another fragrance that kind of brought out some of this orangey, citrusy-ness to it, and I don't know how that happened, but this was just a no for me, so I would not repurchase. Then we had Sparkling Hibiscus. She was okay. She's like a fruity floral type of fragrance. I do like her, but she's not a have in my collection, so I don't necessarily see myself repurchasing, and if I do, it won't be anytime soon. And then we have Pear Blossom. I do love her, and I do want to repurchase her. However, I don't want to rush to repurchase her. She's not like, I can't go anytime without her, but I really do enjoy her. But I did find that I reached for her a lot in the beginning when I first got her, and then I took a break and was not reaching for her as much. So I think that because I had kind of stopped, it was okay to kind of just let her go for now. So I'll kind of just sit and see if I like crave her in the future, and then if I do, then I'll repurchase. But Mix Bar can be found at Target and Walmart. I don't believe Walmart offers all of the fragrances though, but they can be found there. So y'all, that's it, and that's all. That is everything that I emptied out for the month of July. I ate down, okay? I know we want to be humble and stuff like that, but I gotta toot my own horn, okay? Toot. I finished, I believe my count was 12 full bottle fragrances out of my collection, and when I count as a full bottle is a 20 ml or more. So I finished 12 in the month of July alone. So to me, that was really good. So I'm gonna give my own self a round of applause. Okay, I finished out some good stuff. I finished out some perfume oils, I finished out some oils, I finished out travel sizes. I think that I'm doing really good. I'm gonna be very honest, I inventoried my entire collection and I was in shock. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I was in shock to see how much of stuff I had. I've decluttered some fragrance mists. I never recorded a video. I decluttered them and I sold them to Playlos. I've emptied out some fragrance mists, some perfumes from my collection, and I did empty out one lotion from my collection. I'm gonna try to focus on creating and curating a collection that I really do love, because I do think I did get a little out of hand. I'm not gonna lie. I got bit by the overconsumption bug, and I do think I will get a little crazy, and so I want to make sure that I'm not doing too much. And once I inventory my collection, and I literally had to go through and count how many things I have, and if I have backups of things and all these types of things, it was like, Marissa, this is crazy. And I'm like, you see this shelf behind me? I have a whole nother shelf on the other side, and I have like a little shelf on the another corner in my room. So I do kind of have a lot of stuff, and I want to downsize and really just be intentional about clearing some stuff up. I feel like I sound so gross. I am so sorry. I keep like, sorry. I feel like I sound so disgusting. I'm so sorry. But your girl is trying to, you know, clear up and deal with all this sickness and stuff. So just keep me prayer. But I want to be more intentional, because I do feel like I have been buying and collecting, and I want to make sure that I'm using things and I have things that I love and not things that feel like a chore to use up. And so that's kind of just where I am. And so I am kind of stepping back a bit from shopping, especially because I need to put my money elsewhere. So I'm kind of stepping back. I'm not saying I'm completely no buying or none of that. I'm not saying any of that, but I am stepping back to prioritize actually utilizing more of my collection and emptying things out, especially if it means things that I'm not in love with. So that is kind of just where I am. But that's it for today's video. Definitely sign up in the group chat and let me know, what did you finish for July? I want to know, are there any things that you discovered from your July experience? Kind of how you feeling? I know we're in August. Where do you stand on that? Are there some things that you're loving right now? Definitely text me in the group chat and let me know. But that's it for today's video. I hope to see you back here next time for another upload. But until then, remember that I love you, God loves you, so remember to always, and I do mean always, love you too. Smooches, love bug.